friends, to all my friends who are new to this channel, welcome to my channel, Deep Astro Universe. Today in this video, sorry for the throat infection, but today in this video, I'll be talking about the transit of Mars in the Aquarius sign. So I'll be talking majorly about the transit that is happening in from March till April. This is quite a very important transit because Mars will be entering Aquarius sign, uh, and being in the Aquarius sign, Mars will somewhere get conjunct also with Saturn, and Saturn here is placed in a Mool Trikona sign, in its Mool Trikona sign, and that too very strongly. Okay, right now its degree is quite high, and it's giving its good impact. So you can majorly see for those people who have got prominent Aquarius sign in their birth chart, they are getting a very strong result of it. So now, starting with the Aries Lagna, for you people, Mars being your Lagna sign and your eighth house sign will be sitting in the 11th house, and somewhere it will even get conjunct with Saturn. Now, being the first house lord and the eighth house lord, first house talks about your own, strength, your willpower, your personality, your own, temper. Because Aries sign is majorly about the head, your temper, your temperament, your personality, how you behave, and how you represent yourself, your anger, your willpower, your strength, all these things. And eighth house Scorpio sign is all about the lot of transformation, hurdles, even the deadly situations. So all these things, when it enters into the 11th house, what happens? There could be suddenness in your life. Suddenness in the sense, there could be sudden rise in your life, sudden gains, sudden opportunities. There could even be like, suddenly you enter a situation where you see some kind of a hurdle, then after that hurdle you gain something. That could also happen because from eighth house, uh, this transit will be happening 4 places away, while from the first house it will be 11 places away. So somewhere this could also mean that you could be somewhere going out of your comfort zone. You need to go out of your comfort zone, then gains can come your way. So this will even get conjunct with Saturn after a certain degrees in April. At that point of time you will see if you are going to utilize this energy beautifully, your aggression, your temperament in your workplace, in your work. I mean to say, not in your workplace with the colleagues, but majorly in your work. Then this can result into lot of gains and opportunities, but you need to make sure that you are not utilizing this, your temperament, your anger, at the wrong place in your work, in your profession, because it will be there in the 11th house where your social network, your colleagues, your friends are also there. What you are going to gain out of them, everything is related to, linked to it. And similarly, Saturn is also linked with your work and profession. Now, coming to Taurus sign. For Taurus sign, this will be happening, this transit will be happening in your 10th house. Now, 10th house is majorly about your career. So, Mars being the lord of your 12th house, and your seventh house. Seventh house is the Maraka house. Here, the Scorpio sign is there. So, a lot of transformation in your business and marriage life is there. Partnerships is there. Partnership always bring a lot of transformations, hurdles in your life. Similarly, because the Aries sign is coming in the 12th house, so that means Mars somewhere becomes very weak for the Taurus people. And if you study the Hurari Shastra, where in the Taurus sign, Mars get combust. So what happens over here in this situation, when this Mars is going in your Aquarius sign, in the career sign, there it will somewhere try to disturb your career, definitely. And some transformation can come all of a sudden because of any kind of partnership or marriage, or even some losses can come, some can delay, frustration can come. Because of that, you can get very angry at your work environment with your professional colleagues, and all those things can happen. So I would say, for the time being, try to control all these situations very calmly, because this will happen for a month, and after that, things will improve in your life. Okay. Coming to Gemini, for Gemini, this will be happening in your ninth house. For Gemini, Aries sign comes in your 11th house, while the Scorpio sign comes in the 6th house. So for you, Mars is like, for because your lagna is that of Mercury, so Mars is like an enemical for you. So being the 11th house lord, it talks about the gains, and it will be going 11 places away from it in the ninth house. So it can bring gains out of luck, out of your travels, higher education. Your gurus can help you, your bosses can be in favor of you, but because the sixth house lord is also going in the ninth house, some difficulties with the father or some health issues. But beware, there could even be like a debate like situation, or a fight or a debate like situation with boss or an elderly person, or I should say father like person. But ultimately, that could result in gain also, if you ensure that you are not crossing a certain limit in your environment where Saturn is placed. Like, suppose, because Saturn will be conjunct for the timing, Saturn talks about your karmas. If you are not going to disturb your karma by aggression and all those things, your work environment or your luck won't get disturbed because it's sitting in the luck house. Okay. So you need to ensure all this. Even your boss and father won't be disturbed because of you know because of your own behavior. If you are going to behave badly with them, you are going to show aggression, then it will be, maybe that could result in a downfall. So ensure you are intact. You do not show your aggression at this time at your workplace, or with your boss, with your father, or anyone. And even because Saturn even represent the people who are low class, not just low class, but I mean to say someone who is, even if you are at a particular position in your workplace, then all those people who are working under you. Okay. uh, or who are like, uh, who are weaker section of society, those people, do not show your aggression over to them, all those things. That could even damage your luck, okay, at this time. So this was for Gemini. Talking about Cancer. For Cancer Lagna Rashi, for you it will be happening in your 8th house. Now, in 8th house, this transit of Mars being the lord of your 10th house and your 5th house. Now both the houses are really good. um, and talking about it, because the transit will be happening in the 8th house. Now, in the 8th house, 10th house lord going in the 8th house talks about there could be sudden transformation or sudden deformation, because 5th house lord is also going in the 8th house. 5th house is all about your relationship also can break at this time because of your own aggression behavior. There could be transformation in your career, sudden change over there, and that the reason, and there could, and this can aggravate your aggression, anxiety, tension, worries. Even your relationship can damage at this time if you are in a relationship. And even there could be problem and issues with um, childbirth if you are trying to conceive at this time. And not just childbirth, but if you are having a child, there could be issue related to them also in your life, particularly for Cancer Lagna Rashi people. And this whole time will create anxiety and worries in your life. So beware of this situation, because it can be really tricky. Eighth house can sometimes damage your mental peace. Okay. So that's the reason you need to take precaution for a month and 45 days. That's it. Then coming to Leo Lagna Rashi people, for you it will be happening in your seventh house. Now, seventh house is basically because Aries sign comes in your ninth house, while Scorpio comes in your fourth house. So, more so ever for you in your case, I would suggest that what you need to do is, because it's your ninth house, talks about your father, your bosses, your higher education, your travels, while all the changes, good changes, pilgrimages, your dharma. Fourth house is all about your peace, your home environment, your comforts, your motherland, all those things. So when the two house planet, the Mars is going in the seventh house, so somewhere all these things can get disturbed just by a small trigger in your personal relation. Like if you're married, and if you get into some kind of a debate or fight with your spouse, then this can trigger your own peace. Your peace and your home environment can get disturbed because of this. Maybe your parents get disturbed, their health get disturbed, they get worried. And even not just them, but because of it, your own, maybe you do some adharma because of this also, because ninth house is also getting damaged. So not just you are going to, by activating your aggression over here towards your partner, or part in the partnership with even in the business, you can do some adharma also. Ninth house is lord is getting disturbed in the seventh house, so even you can do some kind of a adharma. And even fourth house lord is also going, so your home environment and your happiness will also get disturbed. So try to avoid these 30 to 45 days of Mars transit in the Aquarius sign, and when it will be conjunct, that time will be very crucial for it. Then talking about Virgo sign, Virgo Lagna Rashi for you, this transit will be happening in your sixth house. Now, your eighth house lord and your third house lord is going in the sixth house. Eighth house lord going in the sixth house, it is a Vipreet Raja Yoga, while the third house lord is going in the sixth house. It shows there could be sudden, very quick, change in your life. Maybe you were trying to apply for a certain job in your career or something like that. You were looking for a daily routine to work life. Suddenly, out of the box, you get an opportunity from a distant place. Not, I mean to say, not a far place, but a small distant place where you need to travel. Daily travel is there, and you get a job there, and it's a new beginning for you, and you initiate something. So that could be a thing happening at this time in your life, because I can see this transit looks really favorable for you. But the only thing you need to keep in mind is, because it's in the uh, sixth house, so health need to be checked for the case, because in the sixth house majorly, if it is the Mars looks really good for the competition and fighting, or overcoming any kind of enmity. But in the case of if I talk about anything else like health, you need to keep in check of your health, and any habit related to your daily routine life, that need to be checked on the daily terms. Like if you have any uh, any any health issues, that can trigger. Like if you have diabetes or any health issue, like heart issues, or any blood related, especially blood related issues, or any issue which is related to your legs and even linked with your blood, okay, that can trigger that kind of health issue can trigger at this time. So keep in check of these things, okay. Now coming to Libra Lagna, for Libra Lagna Rashi people, your Mars will be transiting in the fifth house. Now, fifth house and Mars being the lord of your seventh house and the second house. Seventh house is Aries sign, while the second house is the Scorpio sign. So, transiting in the fifth house, this Mars can really help you, uh, if you want to do something creative in your engineering field, okay, like product designing, anything, any in the software field or something like that, any field where you are into product designing, any kind of creativity, that this kind of transit can be really helpful over there, okay. and any kind of business you want to initiate. Okay, that could be really helpful in this case. But for your relationship, or not just relationship but even relationship with your children, you need to control your anger at this time. Any kind of rash behavior with your children or loved ones, this can actually damage the whole serenity of your own um, home life. Okay, daily routine life. So one thing you can do is you can utilize this energy, as I said, on any creative activity, like because fifth house is about creativity, and because the Mars like planet is there and connected to Saturn, then any kind of product designing also, fifth house is also about product selling and designing also, where software people also can relate to it, any product, any other, like if you are into mechanical or any subject where you deal with product designing, product something selling, product okay is involved, then this fifth house can be really helpful for you at this time. So utilize this energy, don't waste it anyway in showing your aggression towards as I said, it's happening in your fifth house, towards your relationship or your children, or even damaging your social life, okay, with friends or something, and in your professional life, because Saturn will also be involved. Okay, so don't aggravate your aggression at this time, because the two inimical planets will be there together. Now coming to Scorpio, for Scorpio this will be happening in your fourth house. Now the sixth house lord and the first house lord going in the fourth house. Now what will be exactly happening over here? uh, this Mars, particularly being the sixth house lord, sixth house is basically about your daily routine life, your service, your job, and all those things. Going in the fourth house, you can initiate something, you can initiate a work from your home. Okay, anyone linked with an engineering field or technical field can start working from their home if they want to initiate something on their own self, because the first house lord is also going in the fourth house. So this can be a transformation for you in your home environment, and you can initiate something in your daily routine life from your work, from home, like situation can come in your life all of a sudden. And this can even disturb your home life also, if the workload increases, or the something, some workload comes or something happens, that because of it your aggression is increasing. And because the Saturn is also linked over here in the fourth house, so out of aggression you can damage your own comfort and home life, and your relationship with your mother or something like that. And this can even trigger a separation kind of a situation also, because whenever a cruel planet like Mars or Saturn goes in the fourth house very strongly, any kind of situation happens, then there could be a trigger point where you get separated from your mother or motherland, or any kind of situation can happen like this. But this majorly can even point out to work from home situation, and the workload is coming, and out of that lot of aggression towards your work can even come, and you behave very in a very aggressive manner. And out of aggression, because they are two inimical planets, so out of aggression you can your reflexes can react to any of the member of your house badly, so that can damage your own you know relationship, that can damage your own home environment. So this situation need to be controlled, and you need to check that your 45 days are kept are to stay away from any kind of aggression, and this situation where you react badly with people around you. Now coming to Sagittarius Lagna. For Sagittarius Lagna Rashi, for you, this will be happening in the third house. Now, for the third house, your fifth house lord and 12th house lord will be going in the third house. Now, um, because the fifth house lord, the lord of your fifth house, which talks about your relationship and even your creativity, your intelligence, which is going in the third house, and even 12th house is connected with it. So somewhere it talks about that you need to use your intelligence, you need to use your creativity to initiate something at this point of time, especially related to your career, because Saturn is also there. And definitely some worries, some tension, some anxiety will come, some losses, expenditure will also come. Why? Because 12th house lord is also there. But for the time being you have to handle it, because later this transit looks really favorable in your case. For the timing it is asking you to initiate something for your career, and using your intelligence and creativity. But ultimately it, because the 12th house lord is not just talks about the expenditure, but it talks about uh, tension, worries, and even anger can come. 12th house and sixth, eighth houses can bring a lot of anxiety, tension, worries, and anger. So definitely that will also come. So here Sagittarius people need to definitely keep in mind about the anger at this time, because anything they are going to initiate over there, frustration will also come along with it. So for the 45 days what you need to do is you can visit any pilgrimage, because the ninth house being aspected by Mars can only help if you visit pilgrimage, any kind of temple linked with Lord Hanuman, or Lord Ganesh, or even Shani temple. They will be really helpful for you. Okay. Now coming to Capricorn, Lagna, Rashi people, for you this will be happening in the second house, Mars transit. So basically, your fourth house lord and your 11th house lord is going the second house. Now, these are two very good houses. So, for Capricorn Lagna, this can be a really beautiful transit for the money purpose, especially for their comforts, for their luxuries. If they want to buy any property for their home, they want to buy for their family, if they want to buy something, they can gain a lot of things out of it. But the only thing they need to keep in mind is it is good for property and vehicle accessories, all those things, comforts, whatever can be bought for comforts. But the only thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to uh, stay away from your blunt attitude. Okay, because second house Mars, what it does is, especially in the sign of Saturn with the enemy planet Saturn, this Mars, especially in second house, can elevate your anger, and anger will be put on in a way that you start to speak bluntly and in a very straightforward manner, uh, which can even damage your relationship with family members. But good thing about all this transit will be that Mars will be in the sign of Saturn, which is its enemy, but Saturn is in its Mool Trikona sign. Okay, Saturn is in its Mool Trikona sign. So one of the yoga is, if a particular planet, okay, is sitting in a house, okay, though it is the enemy house, okay, house of a competitor, okay, but the competitor is strongly placed over there, it becomes a good yoga. Okay, so effect of its aggression will reduce somewhere. It won't show its complete aggression. This Mars won't show its complete aggression. Why? Because Saturn is somewhere very strongly in its Mool Trikona sign. Okay, so that's the reason you won't see major effect of Mars, where it might not be able to show its full of aggression, its fullest of aggression, and competition with others. So because Saturn will somewhere try to scum its energy. Now, coming to Aquarius Lagna Rashi, for you, this will be happening in your first house. So, you need to keep in check of all this definitely, because Mars exaltation sign is comes in your 12th house, and its Aries sign comes in your third house, and Scorpio sign comes in your 10th house. So, your aggression, first of all, can damage your relationship with your brothers. Okay, third house, Aries sign. uh, if Mars is also placed over there, then it will help you in your career. You can initiate a business also, you can do really good over there, but it damages the relationship with your brothers. Okay, now the 12th house is the house where Mars get exalted. Okay, Mars being in the first house over here, what it does, 12th house energy will also come along with it, because Saturn is also sitting over there. Saturn's rashi is Capricorn also, so that energy is there in the first house too, along with Mars. So somewhere, 12th house not just talks about expenditure, foreign currency or foreign or everything like that, but it also talks about anger. It also talks about frustration. It also talks about dreamless nights where you are unable to sleep properly. You have tension. Okay, so all these things are also going to come along. Okay, so for these 30 to 40, 45 days, you need to keep in check of. Now coming to Pisces Lagna Rashi. For you, Aquarius sign comes in your 12th house. Now over there, Mars will be conjunct with uh, Saturn. Not conjunct, but in between it will even get conjunct. So for the 45 days when Mars will be there in your 12th house, the 12th house Mars, I never consider it as good. Is the worst thing that can happen. But the good part is Saturn will still try to control its energy. Why? Because Saturn is in its Mool Trikona sign, and all the traits of Saturn are completely opposite to that of Mars. So if even Mars try to show its anger, somewhere Saturn will keep a control on it. Now, this is the only thing I can assure for Pisces. But Mars in 12th house is the deadliest thing I can ever say. Mars will disturb your sleep over here for all the Pisces Lagna Rashi people. Mars in the 12th sign will even give you a lot of expenditure, unnecessary fights and debates. Your energy will be lost completely. You will unnecessarily fight. Anxiety and tension will unnecessarily come in your life. Unnecessary expenditure. And such people somewhere even, but because the sign is of Aquarius, so I shouldn't say this, but they unnecessarily waste their energy on even unethical activities also. So that is also foreseen if this Mars is there in the 12th house. Now, because it's in the Aquarius sign, so unethical activities could be related to, Aquarius is all about uh, drugs, because here Rahu also is very prominent in Aquarius sign. Drugs, smoking, um, alcohol, all those things. So I would say for the time being, these 45 days, you need to assure for all the Pisces Lagna Rashi people that you utilize this 45 days of Mars in controlling your energy. And how you can control that energy, for you the best remedy will be to do mantra sadhana and spirituality, and even you can do charity or donation on Tuesdays and Saturdays can be really helpful for you. uh, and even you can do Hanuman Chalisa, because 12th house Mars I never ever consider good. But if you are into technical field like aerospace or physics, aeronautical engineering, this Mars can be really helpful for you. But otherwise, this is very detrimental, very dangerous Mars in the 12th house. Okay, it can even disturb your sleep, it can disturb your serenity, peace. It can give tension, anxiety, worries unnecessarily, unnecessary fights, and all these things and unethical activities. So this was all for Mars transit in Aquarius sign. If you really like this video, please do subscribe to my channel, Deep Astro Universe. Thank you so much.